Hello everybody, how are you today? Welcome once again to another of my videos. So we're heading to the Reptilian Nation Expo Las Vegas, the one from 2021. This time it actually happened in the Santa Fe Casino in Las Vegas. This used to be the buffet like spot, but now that we don't have buffets in Las Vegas anymore, instead it got replaced with reptiles. Obviously, this convention happens like 2 or 3 times every year in Las Vegas, and like people who sell reptiles come from California, Las Vegas, Arizona, and Texas to sell their reptiles and get more recognition, pretty much. And as you can see right now, we're gonna see a bunch of reptiles. Some of them are kind of obvious, and we see those every day, but others are not like that obvious. So some of them are actually pretty, cool, because this is the first time that you actually get to see these reptiles. And at the same time, I mean, there is people who sell not just reptiles, but also like crystals, rocks. We're gonna see those within a few minutes, and even like other stuff that is actually not related to reptiles. We're even gonna see some amphibians like Pac-Man frogs, some other amphibians that we're just gonna see in a few seconds. And obviously we're gonna see bunch and bunch of snakes. Some of these snakes are pretty common. Other ones like the albino ones, albino means white. The albino snakes are actually pretty cool, as you can see these two little guys right here. And as I mentioned earlier, like we have sellers who are actually from LA, Arizona, and Texas and all that. But we also see a lot of local sellers. Some of the most popular are actually Freddys Reptiles. Also, I forgot the name of this guy. Hold on. Yeah, I think his name is Tony. Yes, Tony Escobedo. He also sells reptiles. Oh, these are the guys from Freddys Reptiles. They're actually kind of new to Las Vegas. They have been selling reptiles for 2 years. There is Tegu. These are from Argentina. And they were actually pretty cheap. Those are Halloween crabs. And they are called Halloween crabs because they actually look like little, pumpkins. And as you can see, the guys are actually darker and more purple when compared to females. Right here we have some Sulcatas. These guys are actually one of my favorite because they're actually really small, but once they hit like around 3 or 4 years, they can actually be pretty big. This is why I like sulcatas, and they are actually like their lifespan. My bad. So their lifespan is like around 120 years. So obviously, like for people who are really old, they gotta make sure they give it to somebody else before they pass away. This is a python, like a green python. They are non-venomous, but they look like green, just like the actual venomous vipers. And as I mentioned to you earlier, there is people who are selling crystals right here, rocks, and then these other reptiles. Uh, as you can see, they are basking right now, and they are just trying to gain some heat because I mean reptiles are cold-blooded animals, so they need heat and also UV light. It's important for their skin and also to keep them, like kind of like warm, especially when it's really cold. And then right here we have a black praying mantis. So this is not exactly a praying mantis, but they're actually pretty related to the praying mantises. And so I think it's really cool. It was actually really hard for me to record that. These are the Goliath beetles. They are actually from West Africa, and these are actually pretty big guys. The lifespan is actually like around 5 to 7 months. So yes, and these are guys, and the reason we know these are guys is because they are kind of reddish, like you can see those beautiful reddish colors, and also like the horns they used to fight have a Y shape, the letter Y, Also, pardon my accent. I know I have a terrible accent, but whatever. I still want to become a YouTuber, and eventually, I know this channel is gonna take off. Anyways, you can see these beautiful snakes right here, pythons. Um, so obviously you cannot tell the sex just by looking at them, especially because these are really small. Sometimes the sellers, what they do is that they gotta check their little penis, to see if they are guys. And obviously, if they have a penis, then those snakes are actually males, because that's common sense, right? And so right here we have some Tauruses. These are the Leopard Tortoises. They look pretty similar to Sulcatas. Sulcatas, which are like kind of you see on the background, that are actually from Africa as well, and are actually way bigger when compared to the Leopard Tortoises. And then right here I have a frog. It's called a blue. I forgot the name of that. And then right here you can see some beautiful tadpoles. Oh, by the way, the entrance, in case you wanna go next year, the entrance to these shows is like around $15, and you're gonna see a bunch of reptiles and also a bunch of insects. Cause reptiles gotta eat insects. And then another cool thing is that some people actually keep these insects like pets. It's pretty funny because for some people who have reptiles, these animals are just pretty much food or edibles for their beautiful creatures. But for other people, these are actually their pets. So they have a lot of functions. Um, yeah, so as you can see, these are Dubia roaches. They are actually pretty dark, and they make a hissing sound like sometimes, and that's why they are pretty cool to me. Like, they are actually pretty smart. I know most people don't like roaches, but these are not like the regular roaches you see in Vegas. These are like really cool, like tiny, beautiful guys. Oh, I don't know how to describe it, but I love these animals. And then this is I think a purple tiger, if I am not mistaken, like a purple tiger python. uh I'm gonna check, and if so, please correct my mistakes. Oh, look at those beautiful scales. It was actually a little bit difficult for me to record that, especially because I am using a Samsung. I don't have an iPhone. I'm sorry about that. If you have an iPhone, good for you. It's gonna make your life easier. And these are like the Brazilian rainbow boas. You can see how beautiful those colors are. And I'm gonna show you something right now. So this is like a juvenile, not like a juvenile, more like an adult. So this is like a baby. Look, you can see those circles on the top of the back, like across the spine. You can see those circles, beautiful circles. But as these Brazilian boas, these rainbow Brazilian boas get older, so this is a baby. There is another baby right here. You can see how the circles are separate from each other. You can see those circles are by themselves. But as they get older, the circles start to fuse. So this is an adult. This is still like pretty small guy, but as you can see, those circles on the top are fused. And then this is a sulcata. He's about 4 years old. Once again, like 4 years old. He's a guy. And remember those babies we saw earlier? They were like about probably 4 or 5 months, and they were pretty tiny. I was holding one and he could fit in my hand, but as they get older, obviously they get pretty big. And right here we have the red tegus. And just so you know, tegus, they actually eat fish. And then we have a beautiful turtle right here, pretty cool guy. These sellers are actually from LA. They are actually like Asian sellers who came to Las Vegas for this convention. This is the Pac-Man fraud, because it's obviously kind of chubby, and it has a yellow color to it. And this is a Mexican snake. Is the Mexican king snake. This is the first time I actually get to see these beautiful snakes. And you can see those scales once again are pretty beautiful and very detailed. Like, I don't know, I just love it. And then these are shark chameleons, and they are called shark chameleons because of the little shark shaped crest that you see on the top of its head. And then right here we have baby Tegus. This is from a local seller. His name is actually David, and he also sells like this beautiful albino Tegus, and then this beautiful Burmese star Tauruses. These are actually pretty expensive because it's hard to take care of them. They are actually way smaller when compared to Sulcatas, but actually more expensive. In my humble opinion, I'd rather get a sulcata because it's easier to take care of those beautiful sulcatas, and they get way bigger. And I don't know, I just love like big Tauruses. I have a passion for big Tauruses. I might be biased, but big Tauruses are like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just my weakness. Whenever I see like a Taurus, especially a Galapagos Taurus, I don't know, like it's better than going to Disneyland. Oh, and if you remember the Magic School Bus, we're gonna see a remember that dinosaur creature from that Magic School Bus? It's actually called a Jackson, and we're gonna see that one within a few seconds. There you go. So this guy, you have seen it in the Magical School Bus. That is actually Miss Frizzle's pet. This is a female Jackson, and the ones with the three horns are like a male Jackson. And these are and now we see a chameleon that changes color. This guy is actually like around $500, and it makes sense because he changes color. In general, the Jacksons that we just saw a few seconds ago, they are like about $40, and everybody obviously is more obsessed with this beautiful chameleon because he changes colors. And once again, his price is like around $500 if you buy it with a local seller, but if you actually get it from somewhere else, it's gonna be actually more expensive. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really like it. Please subscribe to my channel, and as you can see, I also make smaller videos that I have been posting on TikTok. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful time. Thank you.